Hey, beautiful people. It's Coach Kylie. How are you? Well, I'm here in my little tree house and I have been kicking my own ass today because I haven't been showing up on video. And if I was coaching myself, I know that the number one way to connect and add value is through video. So here I am, my sincere apologies. And yes, my ass has well and truly been kicked. So I thought, well, why haven't I been showing up on video? And, was doing a little bit of a chat with myself, having a good, hard, stern talk in the mirror. And, it got me thinking about failure and how we can get so caught up in our heads. So I thought that might be a great topic for today's video is how do you bounce back from failure? Well, the first thing is we need to redefine what is failure because there is actually no failure and you certainly don't bounce back, you fail forward. And I watched a really cool video this morning from an incredible entrepreneur who I follow, and I took down some notes because I just absolutely loved it. And there's no losing, there's learning. And I love to say we win or we lose. Sorry, we win or we learn. And there's no failure, there's just opportunities. And no problems, only solutions. And to me, failure is the mother of all success. And, I want to share a couple of failures with you, including a massive failure of mine. And I'll share that in just a minute because I actually failed the first time that I went for my black belt in TaeKwonDo. Yes, I used to be a first dan black belt in TaeKwonDo. Hey, Naomi, how are you, beautiful? Yes, if you are here watching me live, say g'day. Give me a hashtag live in the comments, or if you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay and let me know where in the world you are watching from. So, yes, so failures. So I failed my black belt when I first went for that. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But a couple of famous people who, people look up to who think, wow, you would never have failed. And, one of those is Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan is a superstar in the basketball world, and I used to play basketball. In fact, my very first time as a coach was coaching my brother's under 10 basketball team when I was just 13 and coaching them to premiership. So, which is pretty cool. But Michael Jordan was cut from his ninth grade basketball team and said that he'd never make it as a basketballer. Interesting. And then we've got Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey was fired and told that she wasn't cut out to be on TV. So anytime that you fail, you got to trust that everything happens for you. And, that is your opportunity to come back bigger, better, stronger, asking yourself, what can I learn from that? How can I grow? How can I be better next time? And I remember when I failed my first dan black belt grading, I had everybody there. I had invited pretty much everyone I knew. It was all about looking good and ego because I didn't think that I was going to fail. And I got landed on my ass. And I remember hiding in the bathrooms, bawling my eyes out. I was absolutely devastated, but really I was embarrassed because I was worried about what other people think. And that's the biggest challenge of why people get stuck in this whole failure dilemma is because you're stuck in your head. So the first thing is we need to redefine what failure is. And failure is an opportunity for you to learn and grow and come back bigger, better, and stronger. We either win or we learn. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you got to get out of your head because who cares what other people think? And you're going to come into your heart. You need to get back into a place of love. And, I remember when my ex-husband left, I was in this whole world of hurt and I knew that I had to get back into my heart and out of my head. And so I used to ask myself these 5 questions over and over and over every single day. And the first one was, what can I be grateful for? Because when you ask yourself, what can I be grateful for? It puts you into a place of love, and you can't stand in a place of love and fear at the same time. Then the second thing, I'd say, what is the lesson? Because everything's happening for us to learn and grow. And, the lessons, you're going to keep getting knocked down and smacked on your ass if you don't get the lesson. So what is the lesson that you need to learn? The third thing is, what is the blessing? Because there's always a blessing. No matter what is happening to you right now, there's going to be a blessing there for you. The fourth one, and this is a real power question to get you out of that mindset of feeling like a failure, and that is, what can I be responsible for? Because it's only when you take responsibility for your stuff and where you're at and you own it that you can really truly move forward. And, I remember when I failed my black belt grading, I was like, well, you know what? I didn't perform well enough on the day. And what can I be responsible for? Well, I didn't train hard enough. And so for the next 6 months, I trained my freaking butt off. I trained like 10 times a week. I engaged extra coaches. I trained with black belts. Like, it was insane. It was completely next level. And of course, I came out of the blocks within 30 seconds, broke the nose of another guy going for his black belt, blood everywhere, bloody mess. But I was a completely different person. I grew as a person, my ability was better, and I annihilated everything that they threw at me in that challenge. And I'm so proud of my performance in that second grading. And if I reflect and look back, if I'd have got it that first time, like, that would have been really sucky, because who I had to become to get my black belt at that second grading was completely a different level. So back to the question. So I've talked about, what are you grateful for? What's the lesson? What's the blessing? What can you be responsible for? And my favorite, what's now possible because this has happened? So, a lot of people get so stuck and caught up. You got to get out of the pity party. You got to get out of your head. And what's possible? Because this happened, what's now possible? And for me, when I failed that black belt grading, what's possible is I became a way better martial artist, a way better person, more confident. I was a leader. I went on to become an instructor and opened up my own TaeKwonDo school. So, and ironically, that's where I got the name Kick-Ass Kylie, because, I absolutely kicked ass when it came to all of those Taekwondo gradings. So what's the third thing? To fail forward, to move forward from failure, and that is focus. You want to focus on what you want, because whatever you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on, I'm a failure, you're focusing on what happened, you're focusing on blaming other people, well, that's where you're going to stay stuck, and that's going to expand for you. Versus focus on, what is it that you want? Where are you going? What have you got to do next? Who are you going to talk to? And it's not just about focus, but you've also got to eliminate the distractions. Now, those distractions might be voices in your head. Those distractions might be the naysayers and the dream stealers who are, trying to pull you down and keep you small and not allow you or try and stop you from moving forward. And so you got to get rid of all of the distractions. And one of the best ways to do that, of course, is to grab yourself a coach. A lot of people think that only people who are struggling need a coach, but that's not the truth. That's just a story that most people have created in their head. You look at any Olympic champion, any high-level successful business entrepreneur, they all have a coach, because champions have a coach. A coach sees your blind spots. They don't listen to the stories that are in your head. They believe in you, and they encourage you to learn, to grow, to think bigger, to be better, to be the best version of you, and most importantly, to win. So if you're feeling like you're stuck and that you're feeling like a failure, then shift that mindset, focus on what you want, and go out there and live your best life, because you, your family, your dreams, and your goals are all absolutely worth it. And if you need some kick-ass coaching, hey, reach out. Let's have a heart-to-heart, and would absolutely love to help you. So have a super smiley, sensational day, and I'll see you on the next video.